Alright, welcome on back. Some lunchtime Minecraft musings. Uh, been a productive day, productive week as we get ready for summertime, so that's been fun. Let's see here. But as far as all this stuff goes, we're continuing to explore this wonderful map directly to the south of Wizard Island. Excuse me. And, yeah, still making sure I get all of it. And I don't know, just looking through the news articles and the things that pop up, Google is amazing. It just curates a bunch of stuff, and although there's a whole argument of, who to pay for what for their work in journalism and all that, and paywalls and such. I know New York Times, a lot of great articles, but there's definitely a paywall. And I don't know, it's tough. Again, it all kind of points down to if you lower the cost of living for everybody, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. It's hard because you have to etch out these positions, these jobs, these careers for people. And with technology, a lot of that's kind of going away. Like news, I mean, you still need people to write the news articles and whatnot, but like, I don't know. There's a huge shift, I guess I should say. And really, we need to get back to what's important, like making food and affordable shelter and success and happiness and mental health and mental well-being and all that stuff. But who's going to pay for it? So, I don't know. I think we're figuring it out, slowly but surely. Also, this wolf dog is going to be following me. It warps if it's too far behind or stuck. So, and now we have wolf armor once we get back to the main area. That'll be cool to see, and I think you can make it all different colors and such. So, it'll be exciting. Ugh, yeah. Carbon capture, energy production, localized production, all sorts of things. And now I feel like I want to learn Chinese. It sounds weird, but I mean, communication, Russian or Chinese, like two of the main concerns, I guess, for security. Just like America is a concern for their security. You know, granted, the rest of the world is still there, but as far as like the immediate, wanting to be able to better communicate things, I think that once the average person from all these countries is able to talk and communicate to the other average people of the other countries, we're all going to realize we're all saying about the same thing, and it's going to be a lot easier to make some changes. So, some people are not going to like the changes. That's true. I mean, the ones that have been used to cushier lives, more advancements for whatever reason. I mean, just the other day I saw another thing where some country was suing England, basically, the British museums, to return some of their artifacts, that were stolen during colonization or whatnot. And it's important. I mean, reparations, making it right, like, or at least apologizing and formally, like, showing that it isn't just like, okay, yeah, we made a mistake. Because a lot of times it's not even like the we current, I mean, ancestors, paying for the mistakes of our ancestors, which still needs to happen, but at the same time, it's hard to be genuine with it because it's not like we did anything, you're like inheriting someone's debt or someone's, shortcomings. Oh, and for as much as we went into like religion the other time, the reason I bring up the Lord's Prayer is because a large part of it is forgive other people for what they did to you, and as you hope that they forgive you for what you did to them. I mean, trespasses is the terminology they use, but if you disrespected somebody either intentionally or unintentionally, I mean, yeah, because most of the time it's unintentional. It's not like people wake up and like, oh, I'm gonna go make someone's day, a bad day. And if they are, chances are things aren't really going all that well for them in their lives. There's something that needs to be addressed, and not everybody can really kind of work through that kind of thing. So I don't know. Getting real wishy-washy. Oh, and actually, you know what? Let's see. This is kind of dangerous because we don't really have. Let's see if we can get to a flatter, more clear area. It's nighttime, so we can get some more spider eyes. Yeah, this looks promising. Maybe it'll open up into like a flatter valley. The problem with this is if you see a creeper and you go to run, yeah, like right over there, it's a little dangerous. Like you could you could get blown up. So, ooh, a ruined portal. Nice. Let's go see what this is, and we'll switch it out to peaceful, and we'll fight some spiders. Although, oh, jeez, it could have been bad. Actually, we'll have you come right here. There. Or, well, because the dog will fight hostile mobs, and I don't want it to get killed. I'll just leave all that. We don't really need any of that. There we go. We'll keep the dog somewhat protected. So the mobs shouldn't spawn too close and wander over. I mean, shouldn't. Key word there, but there's a chance. And I think it's like the light level of only 1 is needed for hostile mobs to not spawn. So I think it would be okay just with the light emitting from the lava. Alright. If not, worst case, we lose a dog. It would be sad, but we can get another one. Okay, so now, let's run around, and as the mob starts spawning, there's some zombies, creeper, zombies. Jeez, the sheep are just kind of like, not too big of fans of the. Let them kill these guys while we wait for a spider. Okay. There we are. Oh, I thought that sheep was a skeleton. Nice. Don't think we got a spider eye from that, but... Oh, creeper. Let's try over here. This looks like a nice... Oh, there's an enderman. Let's go over here. I wonder if we could... So if we see the enderman... Oh ho ho. Oh! Ah. There we go. There's a spider. If we see the enderman, we can lure it over to where it can't get us. Oh, that was a spider eye, right? There we go. Huh. All we gotta do is see the enderman. Ah. And if it makes eye contact and it attacks us, or if we make eye contact with it attacking, it'll come from far away to come get us. Although we're kind of far away from that safe spot, so it wouldn't be the best idea. Let's go see about over here. Looks like a dangerous ravine, potentially. Oh, nope, not bad. Oh, I think it's already almost daytime. Yeah, I don't see any hostile mobs spawning over here. We'll get there. We go. There's one. Oh, I'm starving too. Oh, I'm also making a pizza for lunch. So let's see. I'm gonna finish this up, and then go put the pizza in, and then it'll be about 15 minutes, and might even make this one a little short, but I just wanted to continue exploring, and not really a whole lot of heavy music. I feel like we've already been talking a lot about stuff. I mean, the whole religion thing, government thing, I think we're all on the same page. It's just a matter of communicating that to other people, other cultures, other countries, just be like, hey, we're all trying to do the same thing here. And actually have it genuine, too. Because that's what we've been saying, like, this whole time, but it just seems disingenuous. Like, it seems, and it, rightfully so in a lot of situations because of quote-unquote good business. They might have thought they got an excellent deal, and not all parties of that deal might have understood what was going on. Oh. So, what seems like good business turns out to be, okay. We're kind of getting overrun here. We have no more food. Whew. getting decent at being able to kill the creeper without having it blow up. Oh, I almost thought that one was gonna go. Worst case, if that happens, we just turn it out. Oh, wait. Okay, let's get rid of these. Dangerous people. Yep, now he's coming. Come on, you. Ah. Ah. Where is he? Oh, oh. Oh! Okay. Yeah! Whew! That was dangerous. Alright, I think it's about time. Okay, am I gonna start healing? There we go. Okay. Let's go and kill these last mobs. See if we can get some. It's like, we gotta be careful, we only have 4 hearts. So I guess the rotten flesh is somewhat useful. I mean, I thought it was like poisonous, but like we're just like zombified, so whatever that effect amounts to. And it looks like the mobs aren't gonna spawn anymore, so we can already actually take it out of peaceful, or put it back into peaceful. Continue exploring. Let me actually go put the pizza in. Let me turn it peaceful. And I'll be right back. Alright. So yeah, so the idea of learning Chinese, I mean, there's a lot of characters, so there's going to be some difficulty there. The English alphabet only has 26 characters, like uppercase, lowercase 52, but I mean, once upon a time, I was able to memorize all 150 Pokemon, 151 with Mew, and then 26 regular alphabet, or English alphabet characters. Then you gotta understand the grammar of the sentences, and that's what I mess up a lot in Spanish, because it seems backwards for what we're used to with English. Like they do this descriptor after, like Casa Bonita, beautiful house, like, or, but that's what we would say, like, oh, that's such a beautiful house, or that is a beautiful house, or, you know, even add quantifiers like such, like, oh, that's a lot, or, well, that's kind of beautiful, like just a little, or something like that, just to kind of add some relevance, or to kind of further fine-tune the communication, to make it more understandable as what's being said. It's not like, oh my gosh, look at that house, when really it's just like, oh, okay, that's a kind of nice house. I mean, we have so many different varying degrees of saying things that we're able to express. And I'm not saying other languages don't have that. It's just a matter of learning how to communicate that. Like in Spanish, it's like grandissimo or something. It's like very big, or very, you know, grandis or whatever. Like, and Italian too, I think, because if you're thinking about like music, pianissimo or PP, or I don't know. It's been a long time, but it's like very, very soft or very quiet. So you have to play it very quietly and kind of lower the intensity of it. Whereas, you know, the opposite is fuerte or mezzo forte. Mezzo is like medium or like middle or half fuerte, which is intense or strong or powerful. Um, and same with Spanish too. Like, it means fuerte is like powerful, but oh, forte. Sorry, forte is more. I want to say that's Italian. I don't know. Honestly, I'd have to look it up. But without looking it up, without Googling it, I'm thinking that's what it is. But I mean, I know like, one is loud, one is soft. Like one is played really loud and intense, especially triple F. Like it goes single F, double F, and then triple F for like loud. I actually have a buddy who has a tattoo of triple F, and he kind of is. He's always kind of like really high cranked, like very loud, boisterous. I mean, he's kind of settling down as he gets older, but I mean, for his youth, he was very, very loud. Wanted to be an aspiring musician, and now he's a professional frisbee golfer. So, oh, twist my arm. chance to get some ink for those books, for all the learning. 'Cause eventually, I want to do like a section for everything, like Linux, software development, IT troubleshooting, security, like how to do multi-factor, or what the stronger, weaker ways of doing that are, or best practices, stuff like that. I was just looking at the most recent ISO standard. I think it's 2022 is the version or the year it came out. I think it's 27001 is the cybersecurity section. And basically, for those that don't know, the ISO is the International Standards Organization, I think it stands for. And basically, they determine, a bunch of mucky mucks and nerdy scientists get together and say, okay, this is what we agree on. This is right. It's peer-reviewed, like created standards, basically. Just like standards of measurement. We have to have a standard to build things. Otherwise, it might not work as expected, or it might not be able to interact with other things. Like we had to standardize or basically generally agree as a society on a bunch of things. Now, as I say that, and people from basically anywhere else in the world but America are probably like saying out loud, like, but what about the metric system versus whatever the King's English version is? I don't know, but like, in fact, I don't even know if like England uses the metric system or uses the rulers like foot. I don't know. That's kind of a funny thing. Like we grew up as American kiddos in public school, using rulers to measure things and to draw straight lines, which, ruling, governing, kings. I don't know. I wonder how much of that is like derived from different places that aren't really readily obvious. Let's see. But the metric system, I actually used that when I was building wind turbine blades, and it was interesting. Like, it was much easier to work with. I mean, it was very easy to measure things. I mean, granted, it's not that hard to measure with inches and feet. Like, you do this, and that's how many of this. And then as long as you keep it standardized to where a foot is a foot is a foot, I mean, if it's going to be the same here as it is here, or this tape measure or this measuring device will have the same length recorded as 1 foot or 1 meter, whatever system you're using. And that's really big in computers and tech because you have to have it compatible. Otherwise, it just won't work. Like, I mean, or it'll work part way, but then there will be issues. And then when you think about translating that into other languages, oh. Of course, actual computer programming is pretty simple, just like math. It's a pretty universal language. I mean, it's written in English stuff currently, but I'm sure there's other versions out there that are like translated into making sense for other language speakers. I mean, because it doesn't have to all. I mean, English is kind of reigning supreme, but that doesn't. It's dangerous because it's leaving out a large portion of this world. And if we're gonna work together as one unified planet, we kind of need to do some standardizing. So, languages. Uh, if, that's why I kind of want to meet people halfway. And like I've already tried learning Spanish, and I don't use it a lot. I should do it more. I mean, when I was in Spain, I spoke Spanish with my taxi driver, and he was pretty impressed. He was like, "Yeah, you speak pretty good." And I was like, but I know there was nuances and things, and like he looked at me funny a couple of times, and I know, but like I kind of settled with that, made peace with that. That I just didn't conjugate verbs very well, or future and past tense were pretty tricky. So hold on, I gotta do one thing here. Let's see. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So onward we go. And yeah, mutually assured construction. That is like a huge thing that I talked about a long time ago, but basically an idea I've been toying with that it's not mine, but it's just something I've been thinking about. Like, I mean, it's basically doing a word game with mutually assured destruction, or the reason why nobody nukes each other, and it's such a big deal when nuclear weapons come into play, and it's like, oh my gosh, no, this just got really serious. Because the minute a missile is launched from anywhere, and it really is, then like the entire world is destroyed. And it's like, oh my gosh. But for some people, the world is being destroyed. Like if they're dying, if they're starving, if they're living in squalid conditions where death is just a lot more guaranteed than other places in the world, then yeah, I mean, I can see the more radical thinking because of that. I'm not condoning it, but understanding where it's coming from. And again, removing that boogeyman that people think that like, oh, they're subhuman or monsters, or they don't have an aspect of humanity. Therefore, it's easier to oppress them and not think that much about it. Like, use them as stepping stones in this life. And that's granted what England and America have done a lot. Um, I mean, even our own history here, slavery and the native genocide, even before that. Oof, this could be dangerous. Oof. Oh, 2 hearts, that's not bad. Alright, but anyways, I mean, we're only now fixing that, and I was reading somewhere that South Africa, as recent as 1996, was going through segregation issues, apartheid, I think it was called, where basically they had their version of whites only and coloreds only drinking fountains or something, or like facilities that are segregated or separate for people based on what they look like. And it's very unfair. I mean, it's assuming that they're subhuman. Like, okay, these ones are made for humans, and these ones, these lesser important ones, are made for the rest of you. Like, and it's very offensive and it's very dangerous to society. So, thankfully, we've gotten past that mostly. I mean, Nixon really dealt a heavy blow targeting really lower income communities, which wasn't really his intention. Like, it was more the hippies and the black communities or the darker skinned communities, because it was really anyone that wouldn't vote for him. And these poorer communities of groups of people, he introduced crack. And, like, yeah, maybe not him personally, but, you know, hmm, okay. So we gotta go up this way. Sorry, they got real serious, and then it goes back to, like, nice, peaceful exploration. Like, we're finding all this cool stuff. I mean, a lot of it is, like, grasslands and, hmm, and something smells burning. Like, I think something fell off of a pizza or something in the oven. And it's just like slowly now starting to burn. Although I might want to check on that. If I start seeing heavy smoke, if you start hearing the buzzer go off, you know, A-Rye's trying to cook. Let this man cook. No, no, he's messing up. Don't. I've worked in several restaurants, but that doesn't mean that I'm immune from operating an oven poorly or not monitoring it, not keeping it clean enough, not maintaining it enough. Like, I don't know. That was the cool thing about building wind turbine blades. I was promoted to first line maintenance, which was basically going and doing preventative care on a bunch of like millions of dollars of worth of machinery, so it wouldn't break down and have to be replaced eventually. Like, basically a huge investment. Unfortunately, it wasn't seen that way. I was still seen as a body that was supposed to be on the shop floor to like produce these blades. So I was doing like two jobs at once, and it was very stressful. Like, it was like I'd be working, and then I'd see something that would need my attention or just need attention in general. Like, okay, well, I guess I'm fixing that. So also, let's see. Can we get to another clearing? Oh, that looks promising. It's almost like weather in Colorado. If you don't like it, just wait 5 minutes and it'll change. I mean, same with, we got some rain yesterday. It was like really good rain for like 5 minutes and then it stopped. And you gotta be careful of lightning around here. Like, actually, there's a house in Fort Collins where they have a sign in the yard. I don't know if they still do, but actually, I don't see why not, as long as the same people live there. But it was a memorial to their son that got struck by lightning. So it's very, very real problem. You gotta be careful. Oh no! We forgot the dog. I forgot the dog. Sorry, Poochie. That's pretty messed up. I'll have to go get him. For now, let's get Spider Eyes. That is really messed up. I'm sorry. Oh, now I feel terrible. Alright, you know what? How much time do we have? 6 minutes. Try to remember where that... Yep, it's directly south of here. Actually, no, let's just go ahead and make it right. When you know you screwed up, just fix it and be done with it. It'll just take us a couple minutes. Let's go get our dog. In fact, let's go ahead and charge up with the keeping the fandoms at bay. Take care of yourself. Get sleep when you can. That poor dog. Alright, but I see a little red dot on the map, and that looks about right to where I think the dog would be, or the ruined portal was. Jeez. Don't worry, I don't own dogs in real life, and even if I did, I wouldn't be forgetting this. Of course, I wouldn't be fighting skeletons, spiders, and endermen in the middle of the night. So there's that. Yep, this is looking familiar. It's right up over here. Please? No! Okay. Oh, this does look familiar, though. I think it's maybe just a little further up. Okay. This is kind of bad. So, let's see. I want to say it might be over here. Hmm. A lot of open fields. Let's just go around this mountain. I think we're going a little too far south, though, to be honest. But we'll just take a peek over here. Jeez. Can't believe we just did that. I did that. There's no we. There's no mouse in my pocket. Okay. Should be able to see for pretty far up here. Oh, maybe down there. Yes. I think that makes sense. Because it wouldn't have been too far south, because we've been zigzagging back and forth. So I think we gotta cut back up there and maybe zigzag, kind of retrace our steps a little bit. In fact, honestly, that looks like it could be it over here. Oh, hold on. Actually, let me turn that off. Okay. Yeah, it did need a couple more minutes, but I want to say it's got to be like right up here. If not, maybe I'll have to do some exploring off screen. I'll find the dog. uh, that is so terrible. Alright, so it's not there, not there. We got a couple more minutes. Let's quickly go up here, and then I'll eat my pizza, and get back to work, and I'll probably do some more of these. Finish this map this weekend with the dog. And now we're getting a little too far north? It'd be really nice once we fight the Ender Dragon and go to the End City and get an Elytra. Which maybe that should be a thing. Maybe I should switch it back into not peaceful for a while and do a few episodes of like what real Minecraft is really trying to be about. But I don't know. For me, real Minecraft is just hanging out, chillaxing, doing these things, forgetting dogs. Okay, now I don't think it's any far more north there, so let's go up top of here. See what we can see. Ooh, we do need some of those trees, actually. Now that I think about it, spruce trees are the best trees to harvest for wood. I don't want to go too far into the unexplored territory. Yeah, I want to say it was like right over there. So, anyways, let's go get some spruce trees. Worst case, when we can't find the dog, we'll get a new dog, but it's just kind of messed up. Alright, so ta-ta for now. I will see you in the next one.